Australians are being told to expect power prices to rise. 1 million households facing a 17.5% increase. This all starts tomorrow as well, July 1. Live to Trudy McIntosh now in Canberra. Trudy, who's being affected here?
Pete, AGL customers are the latest to find out how much more they're going to be paying for their power and gas bills, starting, as you say, from tomorrow. Now, the news in New South Wales and Queensland is certainly not positive. An 18% increase in Queensland on average, and in New South Wales just slightly below that at 17.5%. So on average, that means an increase across the year of $300. Relatively a better story if you're living in South Australia or Victoria. 8.5% hike there in South Australia and 5.6% in Victoria. The Labor government, when it was campaigning at the election, promised to reduce power bills by $275 by 2025. But the Energy Minister, Chris Bowen, yesterday says now that can't be locked in. He said they're going to put downward pressure on prices, but as for the exact figure, he says it's not that certain. We've also seen today the release of this 30-year roadmap by the energy market operator AEMO. It shows that by the end of this decade, the expectation is 2/3 of coal will be out of the power grid on the East Coast, and by the early 2040s that all coal could be out of Australia's power system. To make up the shortage here, AEMO says there needs to be a massive increase in renewables, in particular a 9-fold increase in solar and wind, and 3 times the amount of pumped hydro and storage to make sure that we can keep the lights on. It's also pointing out that there needs to be 10,000 kilometres of new power lines built in Australia by 2050. It's a massive task, and they've identified key projects. One of them includes connecting up Snowy 2.0 to the grid, so we actually can keep the lights on, Pete, and make the system fit for purpose.
OK, Trudy McIntosh, thank you.